In this episode, I went to Kenya, watched wild animals, and explored coastal areas to dive in the West Indian Ocean. I encountered many beautiful fish, some of which are native to the Western Indian Ocean. Let's dive in and explore together. I started my journey from Osaka, stopped by in Yokohama and then Tokyo. Transits were at Seoul, South Korea, and Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. After 20 hours of flight, I landed in Nairobi.
It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe.
It was my first time in Africa and Kenya. I was overwhelmed by the atmosphere of the city. It was like coming into a different world. After spending a few days in Nairobi, I joined the safari tour to Maasai Mara National Park. We got on a safari land cruiser and headed to our lodge. There are little monkeys at the lodge. They are velvet monkeys. These little monkeys with the characteristic black faces are found in East Africa. I saw them for the first time and thought, wow, there are rare monkeys even just outside the hotel. But they are pretty common wild animals in Kenya. I saw a lot of them during my stay in Kenya. There was a huge nest of ants. This is a mother monkey with her kid. The kid was curious about my GoPro, like, what the hell is this? The next day, we went into the national park and enjoyed the safari tour. This is the spotted hyena, the African bush elephant, impala, I didn't take videos for YouTube, so I will show you multiple vertical footage at the same time. Did you know that there are two elephant species in Africa? This one is the African bush elephant, and the other species is the African forest elephant, which is smaller and found in West Africa. That male lion on the left was alone. It was breathing so fast, don't know why. The giraffe and elephants are so big. I put binoculars on my GoPro to take videos. This is the olive baboon. Here is a pride of lions resting in the shade. I wanted to watch them walking, but every time I saw lions, they were resting. know what it means that I'm playing this song? We found ostriches. They are the largest and heaviest birds and have the largest eyes of any land animal. They can run up to 72 km per hour and have such strong immunity that they never get infectious diseases. Instead of such extraordinary physical ability, they lack intelligence. They are said to be so dumb that they can't recognize their family's faces. They run so fast, but don't know why they're running. The guide told us the black one is male. The national park was so large, I enjoyed watching animals all day. I wanted to see leopards, but we couldn't find them. This is a cheetah. It was soon after it caught an impala. The white thing on the ground is the killed impala. We saw it from a distance, but it was the animal that I liked the most. Hippos resting on the riverbank. We went back to Nairobi and flew to the next destination. It was Ukunda in Kwale County. It's a coastal city famous for the beach resort, Diani Beach. I enjoyed exploring. It had a hot and dry climate. The purpose of this visit to Kenya was school activities. I spent most of my days studying. On holidays, I wanted to dive into the sea, so I started by finding good places to enter. First, I dived at the nearest beach to my hotel, but the visibility was terrible. I gave up. I found the river, tried fishing, but caught nothing. The next day, I rented a bicycle and headed south. I entered the sea from a beach with many tourists. The visibility was still not so good. But as I swam far from the coast, I found some fish. This is the yellow-eyed puffer. I saw it for the first time. I have dived in the West Pacific Ocean, and this was my first time in the Indian Ocean. I expected to see fish I've never seen before. However, the Indian Ocean and the Pacific are connected in tropical areas, so there will be some species I've seen in the Pacific. We can enjoy this video by comparing the similarities and differences between the Pacific and the Indian Ocean. This is the orange skunk clownfish. They are found in Indo-Pacific. There are kinds of sweepers or hatampo in the cave. This is the orbicular batfish. Bicolor cream walrus. After one dive, watching some fish, I got the impression that there are many fish similar to those in the Pacific Ocean. Thinking clearer water, I headed to a different place. I took a tuk-tuk and asked a driver to go to a place far away from the city. I found a spot on the map. The coastal line of Ukunda city is made up of sandy beaches, but the coastal line here is made of rocky cliffs. So there is a reef. I asked the driver to keep my phone and wallet safe and wait for me. Jumping into the water, the visibility was so good. This is the spotted boxfish, the powder blue surgeonfish. The seafloor is made of rocks and seaweed grows on it. Kinds of fusarias. This is the gold bow wrasse. It's native to the Western Indian Ocean. The dash and dot goldfish. I ran into a local fisherman. He was catching small fish with a pole spear or something. There were two beautiful damselfish species. One has a yellow body and a light blue line on its back, and the other has whitish body, green back, and yellow tail. Let's take a closer look. As well as the other tropical areas, I saw a lot of damselfish species. They are colorful and beautiful. But damselfish have so many species, and it's hard to identify all their names. It's getting deeper now. There is a school of barracudas. This is the actual spot hogfish. It's found in the Indo-Pacific and is a kind of wrasse. The forest of seaweed seems to be home to many fish, and they are all beautiful. These are line surgeonfish. I love their rainbow colors. It was so fun swimming here, encountering many fish I've never seen before. And with the sun shining, the fish looked amazing as they caught the light. Outside the seaweed forest, there was a coral reef. The variety of fish changed here. You'll see butterfly fish, specifically the raccoon butterfly fish and the threadfin butterfly fish. They are common in the Pacific Ocean. Among them, we'll spot another kind of butterfly fish. Let's look carefully. There it is. It's the one with dots on its body. I was excited to see them because I love finding new butterfly fish species. Let's look at it again in slow-mo. There are two of them. This is so beautiful. They are called peppered butterfly fish. I put my GoPro on the bottom and left it for a while. We will see many fish come to say hello. The thread-fin butterfly fish, the peacock grouper, the black spot snapper, the two-spot red snapper, the checkerboard wrasse, and the dolphin dwarf. And here it is again, the peppered butterfly fish. This rock is home to several peacock groupers. It was the only grouper species I saw on this trip. Freckled hawkfish. There is a black and white snapper. It's a young one. I let the peppered butterfly fish to swim in front of the camera. After about an hour, I got out of the water. I wanted to stay longer, but I was worried about the tuk-tuk driver who had been waiting for me in the hot weather with very little water. If he had gone somewhere, I would have been left alone far away from the city without my phone or wallet. A few days later, I rented a motorbike to move around on my own. freediving and dived in a few places, but ended up swimming in muddy water. I also went back to the previous spot, but the waves were high, so I gave up on diving. Back at Diani Beach. The last time I dived from this beach, the visibility was so bad, so I walked far from the river, hoping for clearer water. I came pretty far north and started diving. It was a sandy bottom with seaweed and many sea urchins. There were some corals on the sand, and I saw some damselfish. Along the coastal line, there was a huge lagoon like this. The water was about waist deep. The fish species were different from the one I saw last time in the reef. You could see small particles in the water floating from right to left, and the fish swimming in the same direction. This means there was a current. I had to keep kicking my fins to stay in one place. After getting out of water, I headed to the end of the beach. It was so shallow here, so I walked to the reef edge. I wanted to get outside the reef edge, but the waves were pretty high, so I gave up and swam in the reef. When I dive in Japan, I usually leave my belongings, including my phone and wallet, on the shore because I know no one will take them. But here in Kenya, I thought things might be different, so I left my valuables at the hotel and brought only the necessary things to dive. There were several species of moray eels in the reef. I spotted a few different kinds. This is the snowflake moray, which has a unique pattern. This is the yellow-tailed clownfish. This is the yellow variant of the yellow saddled goldfish. This is a young crown chorus, which is my favorite. The crown chorus is a kind of wrasse. The adults have a black body, but when they are young, they have an orange body like Nemo. They grow into this color later. It's so unique and beautiful. The one behind the sea urchin is in the younger phase. It looks just like Nemo. I put the GoPro down and tried to gather some fish. I stirred up the sand and some fish came to investigate. Then I broke open a sea urchin. It was successful. Many little fish came over to enjoy their lunch. The damselfish with a black dot is called the forest eye sergeant. It's native to the western Indian Ocean, from Kenya to South Africa. I was happy to see fish like these, which are found only in the Indian Ocean. It's such a joy to observe fish living in their natural environment, just like being in an aquarium. On this trip, I planned and organized the diving myself. It was my first time in Africa, my first time in Kenya, and my first time diving from a sandy beach. Everything was different from my usual diving experiences in Japan. As a result, I was able to observe many fish that are common in both the Indian and Pacific Oceans, as well as some unique species that only inhabit in the Western Indian Ocean. It was an incredible experience discovering the beautiful nature of Kenya. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next adventure. Bye bye.